So I don't know if you could hear it in my voice when I was talking to you, and
Mhm.
there was even a little bit of impatience to talk over you while you were talking. So I don't know if you picked up on that,
I
but
did.
you did. Oh, see.
Yeah.
So it's like so I could feel myself doing it, and I said, "Calm down."
I
And
know.
and the
You
reason
were I edge you there a little bit.
sorry,
Did I edge you?
it's yeah, it's a I don't want to use the word sensitive. It is a well, it's
Mhm.
sensitive in a way. It is a sensitive topic in some ways, and
Yeah.
it is based on past experience. So, so because I've been in the lifestyle for yeah, a long time, and
Mm.
so the spaces that I've been in,
Wait a
it's
minute. Wait a minute. I'm going to stop you there.
okay.
You want to mention the number of years? Because I think we should know the number of years at least.
Yeah, closer to 20 than 10 years. Yeah, it's a while. Yeah,
A
and
long time.
yeah, and I've been in all kinds of swinging and kink spaces, and
Mm.
and based on that, it was the thing that was very, very apparent was that in all of these spaces, one would never feel comfortable being open about not being heterosexual.
Can you give us a story? I think it would be nice to get like a backing story of anything that might have happened. Obviously, not mentioning names,
Yeah.
as very
Okay.
conscious of
Yeah.
mentioning people's names, as you know.
Yeah.
Give us an example, because I like.
Okay.
I'm sure anyone listening would like to hear a story. So would I.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
before I do that, I think what I would say first, which may sound a bit funny, I don't
yeah.
have bisexual vibes, if this sounds funny. So
Okay.
so what I mean by that is
Yeah.
people will start a conversation with me assuming that I'm straight. You see what I mean?
Okay.
And people
Yeah.
will feel comfortable saying certain things around me, assuming that I'm
Yeah.
straight.
Yes.
So that's one thing.
Yeah.
And and this might make you laugh actually. I didn't know I wasn't heterosexual until I was in my 40s,
Okay.
which in itself is funny. Um,
We all have a point of discovery, as we may have
well,
as we go. This has become a theme in this podcast.
oh,
I'm just yeah, okay.
oh boy, it took me by surprise. Yeah, so this is kind of funny actually, because
And how did you find that out? I have so many questions. I really have so many
uh,
questions.
long story short, I got
Yeah.
corrupted by cuckolds.
Okay.
So I've been meeting couples, and then I spent
Ah,
years saying, "No, you cannot apply your lips to a certain part of my body," and then there was one particular occasion. I said, "Okay, but I can't promise it. Let's just see how it goes." Because although it wasn't my thing, I was always open-minded. So even when I saw myself as heterosexual, I was always cool with bi
I
guys.
really want to ask what part of your body.
Sorry?
I
Sorry?
really want to ask that. We're going to be talking about some really interesting things. So we need to
Oh
start
God.
being able to like open our mouths and say these things. Obviously, bearing in mind sensitivity
Yeah.
of where we're actually
Okay.
posting to
What's a PC
start.
way? Yeah. What's a PC way of saying it? A warm, enthusiastic mouth is a warm, enthusiastic mouth. So that was the beginning of my corruption.
I
So,
love that. I love that. You have a way with your words, I swear.
so, so that was the beginning of my in brackets corruption.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So anyway,
And that
so
was obviously a no from you. It's like, no, you're not.
yeah, that was a
You
firm no. That was a firm
you
no.
think to
I
me,
had
I feel like that was like a conditioning no.
well, there you go. There you
Because later on in life, fast forward,
yeah.
things have massively changed, haven't they?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I came to a point where I stopped saying I would never do A, B, and C because I was turning into a hypocrite over the years. So yeah, yeah, it's now it's more a case of if you don't like it the third time, then don't do it again. So
This is why I say I'm like an onion. Every layer of me that you reveal, it comes with surprise.
yes,
What surprise is? Who knows? We'll figure it out once that layer of the onion is open.
yeah. Well, I look forward to grilling you some more then. So anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, so the reason why, so like I said, I don't give off bi vibes or gay vibes or whatever you want to call it. So, and you'd
Yeah.
always get kind of like snidey comments and things like that.
Hmm.
And you know, so
Were
so
these specifically directed to you, or was there a time where a specific comment was specifically directed to you, and how would that have made you feel?
no, it never directed to me. It would just be like, for example, just people would make comments in general at an ordinary party, or
Mm,
and that would particularly rub me the wrong way. There might by again, this is back when I thought I was heterosexual. So I
mm,
would there some of these clubs have a bi night where
yeah.
it's supposed to be bi friendly, but they would tend to be on a Monday in various locations. So I'd go on a Monday to chill out. It might be a venue that's got a spa or something like that. So,
Mm,
but then even on a bi night, you would
yeah.
get one or two guys making snidey comments, and I feel, well,
Mhm.
what the f are you doing here then? You know, so and I never appreciated that. Again, this is
Mm,
when I was in brackets straight. So
yeah.
so when I realized that there was this side of me, yeah, and see that's another thing as well. You know, I said, "Oh, okay, I'm not straight, so I'm going to start exploring." So I
Wait a minute.
decided,
Wait a minute.
oh,
So when
sorry,
is
carry
was this a discovery that you came to just by you'd visited quite a few clubs, or maybe you'd had personal meets with cuckolds, like you said, you that was where your realization came in. And is it a few after a few? Was there something that clicked in your head and you thought, you know what? I'm just gonna come out and say it because obviously I have certain desires like we all do. Um, was it when did you have that self-discovery to say I'm bi, just like you said, I'm bi?
Well, so once I realized that I was enjoying the yeah the oral side of things, I thought, oh, this is I really enjoy this. I want to do more of this.
Mm,
So I thought to myself, let me update my swinging profile. And then a
hmm.
couple of close friends said, oh, you don't want to do that. I said, why? I
Okay.
said, well, you're going to put some people off. You're going to lose a few friends.
Ah.
So I thought about it, and then I thought, well, then so be it then, because my attitude was, well, I know what I like, and I'd
Mm,
rather mix associate with people who are okay with that than pretend to be something else.
mm,
When I realized, you know, how my sexuality was unfolding, I thought to myself, um, within the scene, I'm not going to
mm,
hide anything. Now, with
mm,
the background I've got outside of this world, I'm still hiding everything. I'm not coming out to anyone. But
mm.
within the
And
scene,
that's understandable. Well, it really is. It really is understandable, because it's a sensitive world, and we just don't know how people will perceive certain things. So you've got to be careful when it comes to that as well.
yeah, from my
Yeah,
perspective, it's not worth the hassle.
yeah,
But I mean, others will disagree, and others have, but
hmm,
that's my comfort level.
hmm,
But within the scene,
yeah,
I don't shout it from the rooftops, but I don't
mhm,
hide it. So that's my take on it. So
yeah.
if you ask me, I'm going to tell you. If you don't ask me,
Is
I'm
it
not.
is
Sorry,
it one
carry
of
on.
those things where you just if you find out, it would, like you say, you would have to ask me.
Well, I'm very open on my profiles, so
Mhm.
a lot of my guys put straight, and yeah, I'm not doing that,
Yeah.
I do put see. Here's another thing as well, though.
Mm.
Although I'm very open, I have slight imposter syndrome because
Not
I'm too
that.
bi, I'm too bi for some, not bi enough for others.
Okay.
So,
In what sense?
well, there, well, here come more labels. So, depending on, you might describe me as bi-curious, hetero-romantic, hetero-flexible, rather than being fully bisexual. So, and it's kind of funny because I'm actually more open about my bi-ness than a lot of people who are more bi than I am. But
Oh.
I have a stubborn streak. I have a stubborn
You have
streak.
a stubborn streak with it.
Sorry?
Yeah. I said you have a stubborn streak with it.
Yeah, I have a stubborn streak with when I like something that's not necessarily universally accepted. There's an element of me
Mm.
that is mentally sticking up my middle finger. So this is me. What are you going to do about it? So there's an element of that I have to
Break
confess.
break down those three different areas for us, just briefly. So
Yeah,
whoever's listening, obviously, bearing in mind that we're all learning something, and
yeah.
there's a never-ending path of learning something.
Mm.
So we just know what those parts are.
You mean the
The
terminology or?
terminologies, yes.
Oh, right. Okay, so I say by okay, and again, as we've mentioned before, we all have our own definitions, don't we?
Mm,
So
mm,
my
mm,
interpretation isn't going to be the same as someone else's. So
mm,
I say bi curious because I haven't done everything that you'd associate with a bisexual male. That's one thing. So that's why I say bi curious. Some would say, well, you've already crossed the line, so you're definitely bi. Yeah, so that's why I say I'm too bi for some, not bi enough for others. Because
yeah,
some people say, "Oh, do you do this and that?" I said, "No, I don't do that." I said, "Oh, right, yeah, you're not really bi then." So it depends on who the audience is. Uh,
yeah.
in terms of hetero romantic, I describe myself as hetero romantic because I don't have romantic feelings for men. So that's why I say hetero romantic.
Okay.
And what's the other one? What's the I said? What did I say? Bi-curious, hetero-romantic, and there's a third one. I can't remember what the third one is now. But yeah, so I'm not. Yeah, like I said, too bi for some, not bi enough for others, and also because I don't. I'm one of these people, and it's actually quite common. I'm one of these people, bi-curious people who enjoys sexual activity with guys if there's a woman
Mm,
in the scenario.
involved. Okay.
So if
See,
it's
there's so many different layers
yeah.
to it.
Yeah,
And sometimes I feel like when you actually mention certain sort of the different dynamics, it's almost like somebody expecting you to fit into one. Like I was saying
yeah,
about my cut queen thing, it's not all layers of cut queen that are me. It's some layers of the cut queen that are me, and I'm also a vixen. So I like the vixen side of it, so I can cross
mm,
over as well to that.
yeah,
So it's very difficult for you to be able to identify as one part of something
yeah,
because your sexual desires and what you like may be different from the other person's sexual desires and what they like.
yeah,
So it doesn't really matter what other people are saying. It's more about you and what you like and what you want to be and who you identify as,
yeah,
which is the most important thing. So number one is the most important thing. And you as a person or anyone as a person is the most important thing. That's what I say.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ah,
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
that's really interesting. So yeah, I'll be doing this again. I'm really enjoying these conversations like I always do anyway. I say this all the time because
Mm.
yeah, it's another way of me learning. So yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, so Club BiVersity is not just centered around that, obviously. Um, and obviously we were talking about the differences between the munch and the party because we've got both of them coming up in April, and very much center focused with the party and what is going to happen and who is going to come.
Yeah.
So for me, you know, my stance on it, it's always been a thing for me that we can all exist in the same space without having to say this person is different because they're this way.
Yeah.
And why do I have to say that I am that way? And if I am a male who is probably predominantly heterosexual, but also enjoys other areas of the scene, if I was to see two men engaging, that wouldn't be such an uncomfortable area for me. I should be able to just coexist in that space. That's what I think I would like to see. I don't know when that's going to come.
Yeah. Mm.
Do
It-
you, and I know you're very much strong on this. Do
yeah.
you think that is something that we will see in our lifetime?
Never say never, but I don't see it coming anytime soon. And
Mm,
again, I can and well, I almost want to say life's too short to have a social experiment.
mm,
This is the reality. I'd rather be in an environment where I'd be comfortable, and I know others would be the same. So,
yeah.
because I can remember the
Because,
first time I went to a properly vetted party where the men were
mm,
the men were vetted to make sure they are actually bi. And when I looked at the two, i.e., a bi friendly party as opposed to a bi a vetted bi party, there was a difference
mm.
in terms of how relaxed people were. I could, you could see a difference, and that was very much a revelation for me.
Is it because you were just, and I think, is it because you're just maybe you've been surrounded by this whole social conditioning of how people should be? And is it because that also plays in your mind and you're thinking to yourself, oh, they're over there, they're just judging me because they can see me, they can see who I am. And you know, I've had conversations with you about this when I say
Mm.
sometimes I think like people read my submission and their approach is of a dominance sort of way to sort of get to my submission because I'm conscious of it that way. Do you think it's something that probably is just for you as a bi male? Is it just playing in your mind as well? Just thinking, oh my God, they are straight, they're judging me. I just don't feel comfortable as a bi male to be in a surrounding with those people.
Yes.
Playing those people because they're not strange. I just feel uncomfortable being in an environment with heterosexual males who are not bi.
Yeah, and a part of me thinks I'm not being fair, but I'm shaped by my experiences,
Yeah.
and I'd rather focus on enjoying myself than having to overthink and make allowances just in case, if you see what I mean.
Hmm.
That's where I'm coming from. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a crude
It feels like
analogy.
you just don't want to risk having to have a difficult conversation with somebody because maybe they said something.
Yeah,
Do you think? Yeah.
because I'm there to enjoy myself. I don't want to be having to I don't want to be having to overthink. And again, like I said, I don't hide it. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you. I mean, for example, if I'm at a party or talking on one of the sites and a possible meet is going to be arranged, they are fully aware that I'm not straight before we meet.
Yeah.
So it's not something that I hide. So
Mm,
there have been occasions where I might meet a couple where the guy is straight, but he
yeah.
already knows. What I don't like is taking things to chance because yeah,
Mm.
there have been unpleasant experiences in the past, and I'd rather avoid them.
It's quite a big thing, actually. And I think me and you have had this conversation as well, where you've even got people who claim to be straight, but they are somehow partial to the same sex, like they're probably bi themselves. Um, And it's just, I think they're probably in the same position. They don't want
Yeah.
to be revealed. And you know, we are in a particular space where there are quite a lot of bi males in there.
Mm,
And I don't think they would be, just from knowing they would be open to being in the same space as you're in. And I kind of understand that because you either don't want to have an uncomfortable situation, you don't want any sort of brawling, you don't want any issues. You're in a fun environment, you just want to have fun and not have to worry about somebody being inappropriate in any way or disrespecting anyone.
exactly.
I just hope that one day,
Mm.
um, I am a peacemaker.
And you know what you just said was very interesting. That
Yeah.
when I said I like sticking up a middle finger, uh,
Mm.
that's partly why I don't want to say happy. That's partly why I'm okay sticking my head out because
Yeah.
my theory, and it has been proved to be a correct theory, is that because I'm open within this
Hmm.
environment,
Yeah.
guys feel comfortable coming to me.
Hmm.
You see what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and then they can have those kind of conversations with me, and
Okay.
those kind of guys, they are welcome at Club BiVersity. So what I mean by that, you might get someone who is
Yeah.
thinking, "Oh, do you know what? I think I might be a bit curious about this, but I've never
Yeah.
felt comfortable."
Yeah.
This would be the environment for it. So you don't have to be fully qualified by to attend.
That's that's a good point
Yeah,
because it takes a special person with a very open mind to be in that environment. It's not for everyone.
yeah, yeah,
And obviously, me, again, I see it from both sides. You don't want to make somebody who's heterosexual uncomfortable by a particular activity that might be going on within the
exactly.
party, but you also don't want to make the bi person uncomfortable by thinking, oh, that person's just, or standing there watching and judging,
Yeah,
or even maybe just saying inappropriate things that shouldn't really be said. So
yeah.
you see both sides in a way. And mind you, there's quite a number of ladies that are very partial to bi guys.
Oh, see, now you're making me drift into compersion.
Yeah,
You-
I think there are. I think again that's another thing. Because some don't want to be known as they are into bi males.
yeah,
I have particularly spoken to somebody who's a really good friend of mine who their friend is bi and he himself he's heterosexual and he knows that his friend is bi. This friend is obviously in a situation with or relationship with a female, but besides that, he also has male counterparts that he sees every now and again. So it's not something, and the female does know that the gentleman is bi
yeah,
and they
yeah,
are in a relationship. So there are situations like that where there are females who are partial to bi males.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
not something that is unheard of,
Mm,
and it's not something that is not there. But yeah, there's so many different things happening out there. You just,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But you know what? Because I love this, I love compersion, as you know, because well, hence by name. But you've touched on something that I find is fascinating, the right word.
Mm.
I do sometimes ask myself, that saying causation, correlation. I do
Mm.
wonder, would my compersion be so powerful if I still saw myself as a heterosexual male? And the
Mm.
and the reason I say that is because, okay, what's the piece of way of saying this? If we both like the same thing, what's there to be jealous of? We both look forward to the same activities.
There you go. There you go. Ah, I mean, what else would you want? What else would you want in this world aside from peace
Yeah, because
and
it's
peace of
it's like
mind?
yeah, so yeah, it's 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 a form of freedom,
Mm.
so it's like and it's like, yeah, so let's just say I'm with a partner at a given time, and she said, oh,
Yeah.
he looks good, and look at, oh yes, I'd like to get my hands on him. So my perspective now is, so sure, go ahead, and I'll join you in a minute.
I I I do that a lot. I do that a lot with somebody. It's like, oh, look over there. Do you think that is? What would you do with it?
Yeah.
Oh, I do that a lot. And
Ooh.
that's where my compassion comes in. Don't ask me no questions, sir. I'm just gonna throw that one out there.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, but no, that's making me wonder.
Yeah,
Is it easier to feel compersion,
yeah,
whatever your gender, if you're
yeah.
not heterosexual? Because you see what I mean? That'd be an interesting survey.
Wait, ask that again. Is it easier to feel compassion?
If you're not no, okay, let's just, okay, you said that you're a cut queen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're a bisexual cut queen, okay,
Uh-huh.
is it
Uh-huh.
easier to feel compersion about your man being with another woman because you're going to be enjoying it on multi levels?
Oh, my vixen side loves that.
Because that's how it is for me. So because if I'm with a woman who likes a guy with particular qualities, that's, oh yeah, I don't blame you. So
Yeah. Look at how things would be so easy.
uh,
Oh, not all of them. I'm not trying to paint this picture that life is all rosy and stuff. There would be
yeah,
other things. But if you can eliminate certain nuances
yeah,
just to make your life a little bit simpler, it may be easier to deal with other challenges, I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, it,
You
it,
know,
it it gets rid of a whole bunch of insecurities. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
mm,
Yeah. And saves a lot of time and heartache
yeah,
as well. So yeah, or jealousy or all of that stuff, which
mm,
obviously we've said it doesn't go away just because you're non-monogamous. But yeah,
mm,
it just saves you a bit of time if we learn to do that.
yeah, yeah,
Sometimes I wish I learned these things in my earlier stages of in the beginnings of me starting relationships and stuff like that. Because I don't know, I just think that it would be so much easier to deal with certain things.
yeah, yeah.
But obviously conditioning
Mm.
got in the way. Yeah.
That's so very true. I think this might be a good time to end this podcast. What do you think?
I think so too. Again, it's been amazing. And we can go on for days just talking about stuff. We talk about topics and then we think it's going to be very surface, very like light. And then it ends up being a deeper and deeper conversation, which is really good. So, yeah, thank you
Exactly.
again.
And thank you. I'll talk to you
Yeah.
again soon.
I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Take care. Bye.